Hello everyone, welcome to Ajiro Tech. In this video, we're going to be looking at the IGCSE Information and Communication Technology. It has a course code 0417, People 3 website authoring, and we are looking at May-June 2022, the second variant. So let's proceed. You have been supplied with the following source files. Okay, task 1, you are to create a new word process document. Do I have it created here? Just want to check. No, so I'm just going to do that right now. So I'm going to search on my Word and I'm going to open it. Okay. All right. Right. Make sure your name, center number, candidate number will appear on every page of this document. So I'm going to click on Insert. It can be in header, it can be footer. They will not be specific, but it must appear on every page of the document. Okay. So I'm going to use the central line, ND, AN 017 2023. Save this evidence document in your work area as, followed by your center number underscore candidate number. So I'm going to save it as, save as. Okay, center number AN 017. Obviously in exam you're going to have to put your own different center number 2023 as my candidate number. Okay, you will need your evidence document during examination to play screenshot when required. Okay, so let's move to websites. Okay, so this has highest mark. Okay, create a new folder called J2232. Locate the following files and store them in your J2232 folder. So let me locate it. Okay, which other one? I don't see a CSS here, but alright. Let me cut it. Let me paste it here. So I have 3 items. Let me check. 3 items it is. Display the content of your J2232 folder, showing the folder name, all file name, file extension, file size, and image dimensions. Okay, so I'm going to switch this to details. Okay, right here. Okay, right click, sort by more. Dimensions right here. Okay, screenshot of your J2232 folder with the required information clearly visible. So let me do that right now. So right here we have the dimensions here. So I'm just going to quickly take a screenshot. I use my snipping tool to take a screenshot. Okay, new. I'm gonna use this. Now you can decide to actually do a print screen and then you can crop, but I feel the snipping tool is actually cool because you get to just crop the part that you want from the get-go. Okay, all right, so I'm going to paste, this will be evidence 1, so I'm just going to paste this in. So I'm going to bold this, evidence 1. Okay, so it's clear. because it has to be visible, clearly visible, and it's there. Okay, so and that's just one mark. So task 4 is web page. You will create a style sheet to be attached to the web page. You copy it to the folder J2232 in step 18. All color codes must be displayed in hexadecimal. Okay, so you create a style sheet attached to the web page. You copy it to the folder. All color codes must be in hexadecimal. Your style sheet must not contain HTML or scripting language. Create a HTML, a new style sheet to meet the following specification. Now to do this is what we're going to do. We're going to open our web expression, and I'm going to click on file, click on new, click on CSS, because we are creating what? A new style sheet. Add a comment at the start to contain, so probably I'm going to skip this and I will do the comments when you're done, so as not to forget. I'm probably going to, okay, let me just do it, so let me just do it. Add a comment at the start of the style sheet to continue your name, status number, candidate number. So I'll start, let me just do it right here. Okay, Ajiro Indy EN 017 2023. Okay, all right, okay. Set the font for style H1, H2, and H3 to create a new style. H1, H2, H3, and we are what are we doing? We're setting the font so that the browser selects and display the font. So I'm just going to look for serif. Okay, and it displays the font. Okay, Casio full font. Oh boy, we see it every day, don't we? Okay, comma. If the font is not available, the browser selects and displays the font Times New Roman. It's there already. If neither of these fonts are available, the browser displays its default serif font. Okay, so I'm just going to apply it. Okay, the next one is H1, H2. Okay, H1. So what do we do? H1. So the text is red. Now remember, we're using color code. It's right there. It said all color code must be displayed in hexadecimal. So don't just put color font color red. No, obviously that is going to be wrong, right? Even though it's going to work, but you're going to lose mark in your style sheet. Okay, it's red, center line. And what's the size? 30 points, not pixels, points. I'm going to apply it. Point font. Set H2. Okay, I'm going to create a new style. H2. H2. The font color is going to be black. Although at default it is black, but I want to see the color code is black, fully justified. With the 80-point font. So 80-point font. Apply. Okay. Creating a new one called H3. So the text is black. Left align. With a 14-point font. So in fact, what we're doing now is we're creating the style sheet from scratch, because I think that is the focal of this question. In a 14-point font. Okay, so I think that is just what we need here. Now, set the table to 25% from the right margin of the browser window and 5% from all other margins of the browser window. So I'm going to explain this. So I'm just going to do a little drawing for you. Caution be taken, I'm terrible at drawing. So just in case you see a very outstanding drawing, you're like, okay, at least he wonders. Okay, literally he wonders. Okay, so let's take this to be the browser. Okay, not too bad. Now they said the right margin needs to be at least 25%. Okay, and 5% from all other windows. So probably you see something like this, just something. So this is probably your table, right, where you have this. Okay, you have this. Okay, and probably or something, right? Of course, this part, I don't know how the table structure looks like. Something like this, and probably is your table. And so this is 25% and this is 5%. So this is your right. So obviously your top, your bottom, your left is going to be 5%. Okay, so I'm going to just take this off. Thank you. Yeah, obviously I knew you guys love the drawing, right? But let me know in the comment section if you love the drawing. Okay, all right. Okay, so all right, I'm just going to create the table right here. I'm going to make this table. This is going to be boxed. So the right margin is going to be 25%. Okay. Then all of that will be, I'm going to apply it. Then the margin is 5%. I'm going to apply it. The bottom is 5%. I'm going to apply it. Then 5%. I'm going to leave it in pixels but change it. Okay. Now it's doing this. Okay, I think I know what to do. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to copy this, right? No crime literally doing that, right? And I'm going to paste it here, or you could just do margin, right, left, and then you do 5%. Okay, so invariably we have that. So we have top, right, bottom, and we have left. So if we come here, and we right click this, click on modify style, you're going to see that if we come to the box here, we have 5% top, 5% bottom, 5% left. The reason why we don't want to make it 5% comma this is you just want to give the features of it, just want to make it clear, not to avoid any form of confusions, etc, etc. Okay, except they're telling you make all the margins 5, then okay, then we can do that, because obviously we have to see the right, and other can just be 5%. Okay, so I'm going to click on OK and move on. So according, okay, fine. Set the padding for all table cells to 10 pixels. Now the cell padding is for your TD. Okay, is for your TD. So what we have now, I'm just going to do a quick drawing again. Oh boy, seems I like drawing. This is my cell. Okay, so obviously this is where my text is going to be. So for example, it's going to be here. Okay, I'm terrible at drawing. Noted. You've made your point. Okay. Okay, so we have this, right? Now the cell padding talks about the spaces that is going to be in the cell. Let's say this is C, okay, and T, something like this. Now this cell padding talks about the spacing that is going to be inside the cell. Okay, so if we have 10%, we're having it across, and the text probably is going to be in somewhere around. Okay, all right. Let me just take off this wonderful design off. Okay, so new style TD, and we're going to go to the cell padding box. We're going to give it 10 pixels across because we want it to be top, right, bottom, left. Okay, apply. So it's going to apply to all table cells. Set all table borders at grid lines so that they are not visible. So all table borders in grid lines so that they are not visible. So let me see. Set all table borders, and your grid lines are your TD. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a table, comma, a TD, and the borders is going to be 0. Sorry, it's going to be solid. And they are not visible, maybe 0. And right here in table, they are hidden. Okay, so that they are not visible. Okay, so they said set all borders and grid lines so that they are not visible. Okay, now I want to talk about something about the layout. Although we need the layout, is could be collapsed, could be visible, could be inherent. We don't really need it because although we have the table right here. Okay, we have the table right here, and we have the collapse. It could be separate, it could be collapsed as much as possible. So really the layout is no is although if you put it, no problem, but we don't really need it because all we just need is to ensure that the borders are not visible. So that simply means we're just going to give a border that is just 0. Okay, literally 0, because we don't need it to be visible. Okay, all right. So what we're going to do right now is we don't need this, so we just take this off. Go to our borders. We don't need to be solid because solid talks about if we are given something like this. Okay, so if we're given something like this, then we can now say we need it to be solid. But literally, we literally don't need it to um, um, be solid or okay. So it's more, the hidden talks about it could even be here. Yeah, right, it could even be here. So it's more on the border style, it's more on the border, not the layout. Okay, because we can make it um, not visible, we can make it hidden, we can make it visible. Visible talks about the solid, right, and then we can hide it. So even though we add a border to it, they can tell you make it not visible even though a border has been given. What you simply need to do is right here on the borders, on the border style, you can make it hidden. So even though you have the pixels, it's still not going to show. But in this case, they said in this case, there's so many sides to the story. So in this case, you don't need it to be visible. The emphasis is not visible. So you can have a border, but it should not be visible. Okay, but simply we don't need it to be visible. So what we're going to do right now is we're just going to make this 0. Okay, and we just want it to show that the border width is actually 0. Okay, set the background for the web page so that it has a color. So that's the body. So let's click on OK and click on body. Okay, so what do we have here? The background of the web page to have the image. Okay, so this is going to be background. The background image. The logo is going to be, okay, let me see. I want to be sure the logo is going to be what? J2232 logo. Okay, so many URL. Let me do it again. Oh, okay, I've not actually saved this. Okay, so I guess that's why this is showing. I've not saved it inside of it. Okay, set the background for the image to have the web page to have the image placed only once. Okay, placed only once, which is no repeats in the top right corner. Okay, so remember we talked about this. So let me do this. Let me just quickly do this. So this is going to be, this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. Okay, now in the y-axis we have this as top. Okay, at the top, and in the x-axis we have this as the right. Okay, so apparently this is going to be at the top right. Okay, when you have your top at the y-axis and your right at the x-axis. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's go ahead. So this is going to be top and this is going to be right at the top right corner, and it's going to be in a fixed position so that it will not scroll within the web page with a width of 200 pixels and a height of 150. Okay, so this is going to be more on all right. So what is remaining now is in a fixed position so that it will not scroll. So it needs to be in a fixed position. So what do we do? Let's still go to the background. Fixed position. Okay, attachment fix. Okay, so like you can see that this is fixed. It doesn't want to scroll, so fix. And what again? This is going to be the background size. The width is the x-axis, the height is the y-axis. Okay, so this is going, the width is going to be 200. Okay, 200 pixels, and the height is going to be 150. Okay, so invariably we are working with all this in the background. Okay, so we're going to apply, but now this is actually not what I want. Okay, this is because we have not saved it, so we're going to work on it. Okay, it's way too long for it. All right, save this style sheets in cascading style sheet format in your folder with a file name J2232 CSS underscore followed by your center number and candidate number. Okay, so I'm going to save this. Click on file, click on save. Okay, so let's save it. So probably when we do this, center number 017 underscore candidate number 2023, and I'm going to save this. This is going to change. Okay, so this automatically is going to change. Okay, and that is what I want. Okay, take a screenshot to show the file name and all content of your style sheet. Place this in your evidence document. Make sure the file name and all contents are clearly visible. A screenshot of your style sheet with the required information clearly visible. Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay, guys, there's something I want to do right now. I want this. Okay, I'm just going to take this off. Nope. Cancel. Okay. Background 150, right? It's gonna apply it. Okay. So I want to take a screenshot of everything. So what I'm gonna do is this, because I want everything to show. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think I can put the padding. I think I can put the padding here. Okay, so we can have I can also do this as well. Put this here so we have enough space. Okay. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, so I'm just think I have to give a space here. Nope. I'm going to save, and then I take my screenshot. New. I'm gonna take this. Yeah. This is gonna be what? Evidence 2. So I'm gonna have my evidence. Okay. Moving on. Open the web page in an editing package. In an editing package. So let me open it. So apparently we don't need you. Click on file, click on open. Just want to be sure. J2232. Okay. Attach the style sheet in step 19 to your web page. So right here I'm going to attach it. Okay. Set the title of your web page to copy. So right here We don't have a title, so we're just going to do that here. Or you can come to your design, right click, go to page properties and paste this here, and if you go to your code view, we have the title here. Save your web page. I'm going to right click and click on save. Take a copy of your HTML source and place this in your evidence document. So let me take a copy, right click, select all, right click, copy. This is going to be what? Evidence 3. I'm going to unbold this, right click, right? I'm going to move this. I'm going to click here, remove space after paragraph. Display your web page in a browser. Okay, so let me display the web page in a browser real quick. Preview in a browser. So we want it to be in a fixed position and do not go to scrolling. That's what we have done. Okay, page is under construction. Literally we didn't do anything, just put the background, and if you check the style sheet, it gives you an idea to know that nothing really serious was done, just the padding. Remember they said multiple borders so that they are not visible. They don't want to be visible. It was visible before, we don't want it to be visible. The paddings 10% was given. If you check, you see the paddings were given. What again? Okay, text were black, the H1 was red, and we have it right here, red. Okay, so now if necessary, resize so that all the page can be seen, all the text can be easily read, the address bar visible. Take a screenshot evidence showing your web page in the browser. Place this in your evidence document. This is going to be evidence 4. Screenshot evidence of your web page in the browser with the table contents and background element clearly visible. Now, I think one of the issues we have is the screenshots, because obviously you need to know how to take multiple screenshots, and okay, so I'm just going to take the screenshot right now. Okay, and this is going to be what? Evidence 4. So we are officially done, but please stick around with me for the printing of the evidence, okay, and how we can be able to group this as well. I think the other thing we mean is not really much, literally not really much. Okay, so I'm still going to take, okay, I'm still going to take everything, and then I'm still going to adjust it. Okay, and probably I'm still just gonna do this because I think everything is showing, guys, literally showing. So I think I'm just gonna add this. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to make this square. Click here, make this square as well, and yeah, and then I can just, you know, and if it would be as if nothing happened. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to click here, hold my control, select the second one, then right here I'm going to group it, and I'm going to go to my view, my grid lines, go to picture. I'm going to select the first one. I'm going to crop it. The reason why I'm putting the grid line so that I can measure it. Okay, so probably I'm just gonna do this, crop. All right, okay, let me see. Crop. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we just want to know the difference, because obviously this is a white background. So I'm going to go to design, and the page border I'm just going to make, sorry, page color, I'm just going to make it black. Okay, so we can now see that this is equal. Okay, and we're still going to do the same thing here. And if we scroll up, we just want to go to picture format, crop. Okay, move down, click here, crop. Okay, so we have this. All right, so you can see down that this is equal. Okay, this is now equal, and yep, I think we're good to go. Okay, the most important thing that I want this picture to be aligned. So yep, we have it well, and I'm just going to go to design, change the color to no color. So we have this here. Go to view and uncheck the grid lines, and it will look as if nothing happened. Like literally nothing happened. Okay, so yep, that is fine. So we're going to print the evidence document. This is going to be by printout 5, copy. All right, think everything is looking good. Click on file, click on save, click on file, click on print. Okay, so I'm going to have print here, and okay, I think is this when we're going to print it? This is printout what? I just want to be sure. Printout 5, so obviously this is not the right one, so I'm just going to come here. Yeah, printout 5, this is the right one. So please ensure all your printouts are in PDF. Very important. Ensure that they're in PDF as much as possible. Now the reason why it needs to be in PDF is this, so that you can actually preview your work. Okay, you can preview it to see the way it is before you actually send it to the printer, and then you can go through it, go through the question and go through it to see if they're the same, and if they're not the same, well, you just make those adjustments and send it to the as a printout in PDF. Don't just leave your work for it to be printed like that, because obviously there are some things that can be cut off. Okay, it needs to be in PDF, and the whole essence is so that you can have a look at your work, see if it's very clear for the examiner to mark, and check if the your designs and everything is to your liking. And if they're not to your liking, you can always go back and print it again, because if you don't put it in PDF and you just want your whoever is going to print your work to just print it out from that particular software, the problem there is there are some things that could be cut off, there are some things that may not be there, so you don't want to go through all the stress. Okay, that is why it is important to ensure that they are in printouts. Okay, and if you've done that, yeah, it's then you're good to go. Okay, so please, we've come to the end of this video, and please, just a quick one, don't forget to subscribe. This YouTube Ajiro Tech is loaded for your materials on IGCSE ICT, both the people 1, people 2, and people 3. Bye.